All right, Mr. Detling, I feel like we had to start the show just to pay respects to the recent tragedy here in Pittsburgh.
The Tree of Life?
Yeah, the Tree of Life.
Synagogue
here in Pittsburgh, and it sucks when terrorism happens anywhere, or hate crimes, whatever you want to call it, but it sucks 10 times worse when it's in your own backyard.
Actually, that's literally in your own backyard.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes away from me, but still, you're like...
Yep. About
5
5-minute drive, yeah. So
yes, it does.
it sucks really bad. Crystal's taking it pretty hard, as she would. She works at the JCC, so she knew a lot of the people, not well, but in passing. So she's taking it really hard. So it doesn't even feel like a national tragedy. It just feels like something that happened here in Pittsburgh, but then you turn on the news and it's everywhere.
It does.
You know, it just feels like it's something that just happened to us, but the entire world is like reacting to this. They said it's the worst anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history.
It is. Yeah.
So I don't know. We could go on and on, but it just makes me sick. You know, hate. There's no place for it. I don't know how you get rid of it. I don't know how you eradicate it, but it just makes me disgusted.
Well, first of all, you'll never get rid of hate.
No.
No matter what you do. Yeah, it was just, like you said, the society is geared towards this being like actually a normal reaction, normal thing that happens. Like you can look on the news once a week at least, something like this. Oh, shooting at the mall, shooting at the grocery store.
Yep.
And even then, even when I looked at it, and personally, I think 3 people were killed, confirmed killed.
Right. And,
I pretty much glanced it off, and I was like, even if it was in Pittsburgh, I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh, 11?
Yeah.
And then 4 officers.
4 officers.
And even being still, I was in Johnstown after they did all this stuff, but it still took a little while to sink in. When it didn't sink in for me until I saw the names of the people.
Right.
And their ages. One woman, she was 97 years old, and she had been through, World War II.
Right.
And all this stuff, only to be gunned down in her own synagogue, which is horrendous.
It's the worst possible type of hate, where you're supposed to feel safe wherever you're praying, and have somebody come in and not only disturb that but kill you.
Yeah, it's definitely. You can't really. I don't know what to say about it. Just it really does suck, and there's no really Your wife Crystal did make a good point on Facebook about you could say in our thoughts and prayers or keep talking about it, but the only way to change is to write your congressman or woman or vote. Even with that, I guess the only thing maybe her angle is gun control. I'm not sure what
gun
particular.
Control,
okay. Even with that, I'm not sure how much it can change as far as what's the word I'm looking for?
You can minimize
donors.
It. Oh yeah,
donors and how they push for law, the NRA.
Yeah,
and we could sit and debate. I don't know if there's Republicans in our league, but I'm not saying anything what should happen, or anything. I'm just saying that things get pushed one way or another, regardless of tragedies.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And people use it to their political advantage.
Oh yeah, they do.
Democrats and Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they could do some common sense gun law changes. The majority of the country believes in it, but the people who get paid and the people who get paid off are the ones who make the decisions. So
right.
I envision a future, and it sucks, but I envision a future of everywhere you go in public where a crowd assembles will be surrounded with, metal detectors. I'm shocked that they don't have it in movie theaters already. Every concert venue has it. Every sporting event has it already.
My casino does not have it, and I wish it did.
That's surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're going to see it at casinos. I think you're going to see it at churches, synagogues, anywhere a large group of people congregate. You're going to have metal detectors, and that still can't stop everything, but it'll at least slow a person down.
It can give you a warning too.
Give you a quick warning. If they go off, then at least somebody can react a little quicker.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I personally think Trump's idea of more guns in the hands of the innocent and secure, or just bystanders. I don't think that's the answer.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you might be able to slow a person down, but I think that's an awful idea. I never want to see a teacher armed. I wouldn't trust anybody in my school with a gun, even if they pass a training test.
Right. Right.
The only thing I kind of agree with is Crystal's dad said in Du Bois they only have ex-state troopers as their security guards. So,
that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, they have experience, and I feel like they would probably act a little bit more rationally and have better control of a weapon. So I would kind of support that, but I don't know. I don't think there's one single answer.
There isn't. Since you brought up Trump,
Sure.
I saw on TV that he arrived at the synagogue at 4:45 p.m. today.
I heard about that.
And let's make this clear. I don't like Trump, but at the same time, I kind of feel for this man's plight in a way, because like they said, the Jewish community, or I don't know if it was the synagogue specifically, said, we don't want you here until you denounce nationalism, I think is what it was.
Yeah, nationalism.
Yeah. And at the same time, hold on, pause. What are you doing? I was just pausing thing. You watching the show? Oh, we're still rolling?
We're still rolling.
All right. But so it's one of the man. He's the president of the United States. I don't like him, but he's our president. There's nothing you can do about that. I understand. There's all the memes and the articles and stuff like that. Craig, you
except vote him out.
Except vote. I hate to tell you, but it's not going to happen. In my personal opinion. But anyway, that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They didn't want him to come here, so it's like, if he doesn't, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. If he doesn't come, then the whole of America and even the world might hate him and denounce him, or not criticize him.
Yeah.
And if he does come, he's still going to get criticized by the Jewish community,
right?
And partially other communities. But I was happy to see that he did show up, because I mean, it is something to represent this. Like you said, it's a tragedy. It's the biggest tragedy, anti-Semitic, in the U.S. history. That at least our president did come, even though there was controversy and turmoil from it, as is the whole act of it is controversial.
Right, but I think it's a pure PR move on his part.
It may be, but that's the thing. If he doesn't, it's still terrible for the rest of them, for him and us as a country. Yeah, when your your leader does not come to support you.
But can you understand, from a Jewish person's perspective, why they wouldn't want him here?
Yeah, I definitely understand it.
Last year, whenever he said that whole Charlottesville incident with the Nazis, and he said there's good people on both sides.
Yeah, yep.
That is repulsive, and
it is.
That Nazis, as we all well know, hate Jews, and the fact that he's even given them any type of legitimacy makes it disgusting. I can understand why they wouldn't want him anywhere near Pittsburgh while they're mourning their family and friends.
Yeah. So just a quick history. Do you know why the Nazis hated the Jews?
Other than just trying to, I don't know, purify, making everybody exactly the way they were.
Well, that wasn't the main reason. That purification was just a side note. The Germans hated the Jews because they blamed the Jews for them in their tough economic times, because the head banker that ran the bank in Germany was Jewish. Yeah. And when tough economic times, just when where our economy's going to crap, we look for people to blame. Right. And that's what Germany did. They looked at the Jews and blamed them right away. And to be fair, other countries were very quick to open the door for the Germans to find the Jews as well. So they also blamed them.
Yeah, but they weren't going to kill them.
What's that?
They weren't going to kill them.
The other countries?
Yeah.
Well, no, but they knew what Germany was going to do.
Right.
That's the thing. It's what I'm trying to say is, the other countries, they might not have killed them, but they participated in it, so it's also the same as the act itself.
Yeah, I see your point. The thing, getting back to present day, it sucks that that same exact type of hatred exists a lot.
Yeah. No, we haven't seen what's been particularly. I have not heard more about the killer, the gunman's history or viewpoints. I know the doctor said he's a lost man, is what he described.
Lost man, yeah.
So I would like to see more of what
a local guy from Baldwin
was. I didn't know if he was local or not. So
yeah,
but I'm curious to see how his life grew up. What was it that made him lost? Right. But we didn't want to talk too much about this.
Yeah. What is this? What podcast is this?
This is a fantasy football.
That's right. That's right. I literally wanted to talk about that for a minute. There goes 10. All right. That's all right.
My fault.
That's all right. Hey, I mean, it's
it's
on everyone's mind. How couldn't it be? Mm-hmm. It probably will be for a long time. It's one of the darkest days Pittsburgh will ever see. By far.
I don't know any other darker day.
No.
And I've been here for probably 8 years. Yeah,
All right, let's move on.
that's true. I don't know.
Welcome to week 9. Shut up, Delling. We're starting the show. Welcome to week 9 of the Tonto Demise podcast. I'm Detonators Tonto Bowl 6 champ sitting here with
Matt Delling, Tonto Bowl 1 and 3 champion. I've been told to shut up about about the stuff that we were just talking about because it probably could go on for another half an hour about this sort of thing.
I know. I got to get to bed.
Brian does
Eventually.
I do too.
We're recording this on a Tuesday because Delling again is going on vacation. I don't know how you keep doing it, but I am jealous of you. I'm envious of you. I got to go back to work tomorrow.
You have a whole summer off.
I know.
I'm envious of you for 3 months.
I know. I'm not that envious of you. I would like to travel to the Northwest. Yeah, I'd love to go to the Northwest, so I am a little bit jealous of you for that fact. So,
I am super excited. I actually was more excited for this than I was for Italy.
Wow, that's insane.
It is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just to go to port, just be able to travel. I don't know. I like traveling.
All right. So, anyways, we're recording this on a Tuesday, so we're not going to make calls. We're not going to have any bitch bear have my money segment. We can't react to Craig.
Beaners.
Yeah, no Venus, nothing.
Nothing. So, sorry guys, I got my life. I got to live my life.
That's right.
One life to live.
So I appreciate Delling coming over on a Tuesday instead of a Thursday.
I also early out at work, so I got out of work.
Right.
I lost an hour of pay, but it doesn't matter because it's probably really slow and shitty anyway.
And I assume you still haven't packed a bag yet?
No, I have not packed anything, and that's one reason I told Brian I said I can't do it Wednesday because I'm getting off at 7.
Get ready.
Yeah, as I got to do everything and we're leaving
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday. The flight leaves at 10 in the morning, so you got to be 7, 8 in the morning anyway because of rush hour.
All right.
We want to get a whole day in Seattle, when we get to our hotel and everything, and get the car and the outrageous valet parking fee.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to do a segment of just you traveling because you always do at least one trip in the fall, it seems. So to do a traveling segment, you could maybe do some live interviews over there with some Seattle Seahawk fans.
You know what? There is a Sunday game at Seattle,
in Seattle.
But
Okay.
I looked on SeatGeek and they're playing the Chargers, and I was like, oh, that would be a cool game to go see. Phillip Rivers, my boy, or Russell Wilson, my other boy. But the upper deck seats right now are $136, and I was I'm not paying that. I'm just not doing it. And then I looked at the Washington Husky, their college team, and they just got a new stadium. They're 20 minutes outside of Seattle, and they're playing Stanford. And their seats right now upper deck are $36.
It's decent.
Plus fees. But I said, well, if I wait till Saturday or Friday and see what it is, their tickets are $16 to $20. I'll go. Just kind of
Would Brogan go?
Yeah, but I told her I wouldn't go for the whole game. I'd stay for a half just to kind of experience it. I like college games. I like the bands and stuff. And the stadium for the Washington Huskies on one side, excuse me, you can see Mount Rainier.
Oh, okay.
And on the other side, you can see Puget Sound and stuff. So that'd be kind of cool just to see it. And there's boats out in the water right next to it. So I thought that'd be kind of cool if you can swing it.
Spend $20. It's like going to see a movie or whatever. And just be able to
it's a 6 o'clock game, so we could get everything in before that.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I do hope Craig had told me a couple the Pearl Jam setup that he went to see the museum sort of thing. I hope that's still there. That'd be kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Pearl Jam, but I like to listen to a song every once in a while. But
that's the biggest compliment we've ever given them ever.
It's true. Well, Yellow Ledbetter is a hell of a song.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's get right into it. Unfinished business.
Wow, that was a classic. Classy.
Classic.
Sound like a last breath unfinished business.
All right, you got anything? I know we got something to talk about together. I just wanted to know if you had anything else besides the topic we were going to bring up.
The only, I probably didn't write it down, but the one thing I was going to say was Craig talked about on the app about how, about him being a punching bag or something.
Oh, right.
And I was like, it's interesting that he's saying that now that he's 8-0 or stuff. Yeah.
Say 8-0 now.
He's his Darkwing Duck little thing he went into, we're the blah, 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 the blah, blah, blah. We're this, that, I am the file in your birthday cake. But I was like, Craig, it's kind of, what's that? Hold on, pause, how am I was saying that, fudge, I think. I lost my train of thought. Okay.
Darkwing
Duck. Craig initiates it as well. He initiates the punching bag, and that's why I believe he thinks that he's the punching bag for us. But at the same time, after he said that, he was saying stuff to us like about the matchups, about like, oh well, he also initiates this himself. He threw it in like, oh, you Disco would have lost if somebody Denver defense had this or somebody had that. Like, oh, but da 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 da. You know, like one more point your way and you would be here. And but he also he takes little jabs. So I don't really think that he's the punching bag that we like to punch. I think he's egging us on, and you know what I mean.
Yep, I do know exactly. Sometimes he's very subtle about it, and sometimes he's very blatant about it, like telling Jimmy who he should start in his lineup so that he can like sleep at night. And sometimes he'll just be like, oh, well, you know, we all make some bad moves here and there, but really he's saying like you're an effing moron.
Pretty much. And like the one time, Brian Vosko is good for 2 mistakes every draft.
Bringing that up.
That makes me better. But I do, because it's one thing like stuck in my head that he said that one day, and I was like, man, look at him picking on Brian like that.
Well, since we're talking about this so-called punching bag, or did you want to finish?
I was just going to say, your draft skills have improved, my friend.
Oh, thank you. He brought up, all right.
Come on, don't
spit your coffee.
The main thing I was going to say about that was he still does it to this day with your drafting. And what I'm trying to say is his avatar against you was Clinton Portis. So he still jabs you, man. That's what I'm saying. He's jabbing you. Meanwhile, he's trying to say that he's the punching bag.
Jabbing me, it's like a gut punch, man.
It is. He loves the gut punch.
Yeah. So,
all right, that's all I got.
So don't be fooled, League.
Yes, don't be fooled. He's not the shy little sheep.
We won't be fooled again.
Oh, blue. I like it.
Yeah. All right. Since we're beating up this so-called punching bag, I think we might as well bring up what he already brought up, which is this whole debate about dynasty. He thinks he's being so cute. Well, is 5-9 a dynasty? Is 4-9, 4-7?
Yep.
Yeah, I think originally, and I think I did bring that up. It was like 4-7, and I don't know where I heard that, but I think they were talking about the Patriots, and they were talking about what defines a dynasty.
Yeah, the Patriots are the Spurs.
I don't remember. But I will say 5-9 in fantasy league is pretty impressive if it happens. And I would be willing to say 5-9, not 5-10 because that's half. I mean, you have to have more than 50%.
Is it 5-9? Has he won? He has not won 5 championships in 9 years.
Well, no, I think he's suggesting if he wins this time, maybe it would be 5-9. I don't know.
Well, hold on.
He wants us to talk about his team more. He wants us to dig deeper.
Right.
Narcissist.
No. 5-9, I would not call a dynasty. I remain steadfast that a dynasty is 3 wins in a row or 3 wins in 4 years. That is a dynasty to me. Or maybe 4 wins in 5 years. If you go 2, miss 2.
Wow. 4 and 5.
That's a dynasty in my mind. Because you were strong the whole way through. Craig has won, let's give him credit, he's won his championships. 5 championships. In, what year is this? 15?
15, yeah.
5 championships in 15 years. So that's, what is that, 33 point whatever percent?
Yeah.
It's good, but it's no dynasty.
No, it's definitely not a dynasty.
It's spread out.
Yeah. I agree. But I still think 5-9 is really strong in terms of fantasy.
Strong?
Yeah.
But not dynasty.
Yeah.
Why do I argue that the Buffalo Bills are a dynasty? Because they went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row. They didn't win any, but they went 4 in a row. Craig has never been to a championship game and lost. He does not know the pain that it feels.
I know.
He's 5 for 5.
Yeah, you bring up very, very strong points. Maybe 5-9 really isn't a dynasty, but just a very good team. A very strong team, a dominant team, but a dynasty, yeah, I guess it has to be. I would still say 4-7. 4-7, I'd give it that.
I'll also go into baseball terms.
Okay.
We'll say, 5 out of 15 is what, 30%? I don't have I'm spitballing here. Baseball, you have a 330 average. I'm going to call Tony Gwynn.
Right.
Hall of Famer, right?
Right.
Was he the freaking best player in his era? No. Because he just had a good at batting average.
Right.
So I'm just saying, and I can't remember who his era was as far as maybe Ken Griffey Jr. or trying to think of home run hitters and RBI hitters. Barry Bonds.
Right.
Like Barry Bonds crushed every category. Craig, you got the Tony Gwynn category down, but Sorry, buddy, it's not enough to be like MVP.
Like they might make a statue of you at some point in time, long after you retire.
If they got nobody to make another statue of, like San Diego Padres.
Right,
Fair.
exactly. But are you the greatest of all time? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe in our league, yes.
Yeah, in our league.
Not a dynasty.
Yeah.
The league isn't over yet.
Yeah, we have many more chapters to write.
We did.
So, the story's not finished.
You're going to have a rut one day, one decade like me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to relish it.
Oh, yeah. And that's all I have to say about that.
Pretty much all I got to say.
My other unfinished business has nothing to do with this league, but I just want everybody to know that I crushed Detling in our other league. Had to bring that up. I crushed him. It was the equivalent of, like, let's say 250 to about maybe 175, something like that.
I would say, but would you also say that was the best week of your entire...
Oh, easily, by far.
Yeah, your
finally
whole
woke up.
I still had... It was 200... No, what was it? It was 150 to 130, something like that.
But that's closer to 250 in our league.
Right. Considering my team usually averages about that 130.
Yeah.
So you had to blow up to beat me, and I still... If I would have had Sonny Michelle or somebody there, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I congratulate you on your win.
Or Le'Veon Bell.
Or Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, it's true. I forgot I even had him. That's how bad I don't even disregard him now.
Yeah.
But I'm still in 4th place, which means I'm still in the playoffs.
I think I'm in 5th.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I've got you still beat by like 100 points.
A lot.
But it was a hell of your team just blew up, man.
It did. And I needed it for my team to blow up in this league in order to beat Craig. I knew it, and they kind of blew up, but they fizzled out. So... God, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. No, I'm going to be supporting Bigler, Gags, because I know he has to play Bigler and Gags coming up soon. So I'm going to be really cheering them on, just like the Miami Dolphins would. We do not want anyone being undefeated.
It's all about matchups, man. And
Hillbillies.
I would have crushed Craig this week.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just all who I would have crushed Disco too.
Yeah,
I think I would have crushed Gags too. It's just matchups.
You probably had the top score.
I did. I had 220 some points.
Yeah.
Okay, New England defense, baby, versus Buffalo. That's like guaranteed money.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Beautiful interception for a touchdown by McCourty.
Oh, really? I didn't really watch much of the game.
I watched it because I didn't have to think about it.
Because you knew it was just going to be a game.
I didn't watch any of the Saints-Viking game or anything. I had it taped. I just deleted them.
Oh, wow.
So it was fun. I actually took Sunday off and enjoyed myself. Went to the pumpkin patch.
Good for you.
And it poured rain.
Oh, yeah. So in the corn maze.
That's exactly where it's It's funny. So we gotta get the hell out of here. Trade time, trading guys, excellent. Speaking to the phone.
All right, I'm back. I didn't screw that one up like I did.
You did.
Last week.
You nailed the first time. I was worried about you. Hello.
You're watching a show. Go watch your show.
She's shy with the microphone.
Yeah. All right. She's still warming up. Your job's safe for now.
For now.
All right. Yeah, so I don't think we had any real trades. Fantasy trades in our league.
No fantasy trades in our league. No.
But there were real trades today.
There were. Today was the 4 p.m. trade deadline, a.k.a. the Le'Veon Bell conclusion.
Right, the conclusion, hopefully.
Well, there's going to be more stuff, but they're like, will he walk in at 4:01 p.m.?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he held out another 2 weeks.
I hope he does.
Crazy.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
It's not him. It's him and his agent.
Yeah.
It's his agent.
I think he's getting horrible advice.
I think
he's losing. I think he'll lose a lot of money in the long run. I mean, he already has. So
he needs to recoup this money that he's lost, and his next contract that he gets, he needs. So what has he lost? He lost it's going on $7 million.
Yeah, exactly.
He needs that plus whatever he's supposed to get for guaranteed money next year.
Right, in order to kind of even out
to recoup it. Yeah.
Which
so I think it's like
see happening.
He needs $18 million in guarantees. Is what I was thinking about when I was trying to do this in my head. And he's 27 years old. Wow. And people are watching him, and they're also watching Connor. Yeah. And they're saying, look at Connor. Look what he's doing with this offensive line. Was it Bell or was it the line?
I mean, I think Bell would be he'd be dominating even more than Connor. Maybe not by a lot.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
Connor has 9 touchdowns. He's got 900 some yards in these games.
You don't
Bell
think
last year had 890 yards, only 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, but you don't think if Bell was given the same circumstances this year, he wouldn't be outperforming Connor?
I don't.
You think
I do
Connor's a
not
better
think so.
running back?
Do I think he's a better running back as a running back? Yes. Do I think he's a better multi-positional player as far as catching passes? At the moment, no. Do I think he ever will be? No.
Yeah.
But he catches passes, he runs, he punishes people. He doesn't do his hesitation thing that Le'Veon Bell does.
That's his signature move.
That is, and its signature, it drives me nuts. It's not that great.
It is great. It's
It is.
amazing.
Do you know that Connor had 300-yard games in a row? He's the first Steeler running back to ever do that.
Really? I can't
Yes.
believe that's never happened before.
Yes, because Le'Veon Bell gets 80 yards rushing, 40
Yeah.
yards passing.
Wow.
Catching, I mean.
I never knew
So,
that.
Yes.
I'm surprised that the bus didn't have a 3.
Connor is a better running back for the Steelers than Le'Veon Bell is.
All right.
And he's more of a team player.
All right. This trade time is not about Bell.
And he only makes $400,000 this year, and that helps out the Steelers.
Big time. All right. So there were 2 real trades in the NFL today. Demaryius Thomas went to who? The Texans.
The Texans,
I think for like
yes.
a 3rd or 4th rounder.
A 4th and a 7th round
Fourth and
pick.
a 7th
and
rounder.
the Texas gave a 7th round pick.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Texas gave a 7th and a 4th round pick, and the Broncos gave a 7th round pick of Demaryius Thomas.
Okay. So let's think about this. How do you think that really impacts Thomas?
I think it's pretty good for Thomas because Thomas, Casey Keenum, all these other, I can't remember all of them besides Peyton Manning, scrub quarterbacks.
right. So now
He is third. I think he's 29 or 30, so he's going.
I think he's 30.
Yeah, so he's slowing down a little bit. He's
Yeah.
not a fast receiver to begin
Yeah.
with. I think having Deshaun Watson helps him a lot.
And DeAndre Hopkins, because now he's more or less the number 2.
Well, he was number 2 in Denver.
Well, I always viewed him as the number 1.
No, he was, but this year he's
right.
changed. Sanders is number 1.
Yeah, but now I think he's gonna have more space open up in front of him. You know,
Yeah.
with DeAndre Hopkins getting all the top corners.
Yeah, it's true.
So-
I'm not happy about it, but the way I look at it as a
Right.
Hopkins fan is that it takes less double teams.
Right. All right. And what's going on with Will Fuller?
He's done for the year.
That's what I thought.
Hello.
So they had to do this more or less if they want to be competitive long term.
Yeah, for the year. They're a sneaky team, man.
Yeah, they are.
Fun.
And Deshaun Watson, man, he's legit. He's fun to
Yeah.
watch.
J.J. Watt stays healthy too, man. And Clowney.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good defense.
All right, and then the other one was Golden Tate. He went
Or
to
his Philadelphia Eagles. As
the Eagles.
Golden Gate,
Oh,
as
Golden Gate.
Kevin Bean likes to call
I
him.
thought it was like, is that a nickname I'm not aware of?
No, he
Yeah.
actually calls himself Showtime.
Oh, okay. I was a little bit surprised by that, to be honest with you.
I was too.
So how do you think that impacts the Eagles? I think
it's great for the Eagles.
Oh man, it's amazing for the Eagles.
It opens things up more. They got a lot more. He's a heck of a weapon.
Yeah.
I think it's from a fantasy perspective, it muddles it even more as far as their offense goes with Alshon Jeffrey, Ertz, and who's the other? Aguilar,
yeah.
and their running game.
I mean, Aguilar is basically going to drop down into like the Chris Hogan role pretty much.
I think he'll be the slot man.
Yeah.
But I think didn't he? I believe he excelled at that last year.
Did he?
I believe so.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's now the 4th look.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true.
So I think he's just going to get fewer looks. I don't think it's going to hurt Alshon Jeffrey very much. I don't think it'll hurt Ertz very much. I think
No.
it'll actually hurt Golden Tate.
I believe so.
You know, considering like how many targets he gets every single week again. You know, with the Lions.
I'll tell you who it will help.
Who?
Kenny Galladay. Do you have Kenny Galladay?
I do. I was waiting for that in our matchup.
Every day's a Galladay.
Since we're going to be going head to head this week, I was going to save that for our matchup. But yeah, it is going to make Galladay a beast because the last 2 weeks he's gotten a total of 3 targets.
Galladay has.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
For 3 catches, but it sucks. So.
So what you're saying is you're not going to start him.
Yeah, right. I was getting ready to bench him, no lie.
Yeah?
I was like, who do I bench, him or Crabtree? Because they've both been sucking. But now it's definitely not going to be Galladay. But yeah, Marvin Jones, I think he helps him out a little bit. I think he'll get some more targets out of it. But who's the 3rd wide receiver going to be in Detroit now?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. Who's their
Theo
tight-
Riddick.
Theo Riddick, yeah.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, he will benefit.
Yeah.
Now, who's their tight end? Anybody decent?
I think it's Luke Wilson.
Okay. Probably won't.
Probably won't benefit.
No. Guess that's all I have about these
As far as about
trades.
Yeah, the rest are just defensive trades. Oh no, the one trade is Ty Montgomery from the Packers.
Oh, okay.
Trade to the Ravens for a 7th-round pick.
Wow. Specifically because of that fumble?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you really think so?
Oh yeah, I
They're
believe
just
so.
that upset?
7th-round pick, just get out of here.
You know, at the same time, like I read that he just completely disobeyed the orders. Like the coach told him just to fair catch kneel it, whatever.
You took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands with 2 minutes left.
2 minutes, and I don't know if they had a timeout or two, but regardless, you don't do that to one of the best quarterbacks in the game.
The best quarterback in the game.
Probably, probably right now.
Little debatable, but
yeah. But he's definitely in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah,
probably the most fun to watch.
Yeah, he is definitely the most fun to watch. I love watching that guy.
Me too.
He's a delight.
A delight. He's a delight to the eyes.
That's what Olivia Munn said.
But yeah, Ty Montgomery to the Ravens. Does that help them at all, you think?
I guess. Depth?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. You got Collins. You got, what's that guy's name? Buck Allen.
Oh, yeah, Buck Allen.
That's all I know.
Right.
So maybe it does depth a little bit. He could be a receiver possibly. I don't know.
Maybe like a multi-purpose kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Nothing really that makes me raise my eyebrows.
No, not too worried.
Mm-hmm. This week's matchups.
I love when we both go high.
My berries are in my stomach.
Alrighty, I'll go first if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all.
The first matchup of the week is one that's a snooze fest for sure. Game that everybody's like, let's get this one over with, so we will. We got Disco going up against the Isotopes.
Oh, yes, we do. You would think this would be the matchup of the week, but you're wrong.
Dead wrong.
Dead wrong.
All right. And it's probably going to be a snooze fest if it kind of plays out how we envision it could.
Craig looks like he's going to skate by right now. It's a little unfair, but
projections are 190 to 34.
And I don't know, Bigler is messing with it. I remember looking back thinking it was I was like 190 to 84, so I think he just took the 50. He's like, screw you, Craig. I'm not telling you what I'm doing for the rest of the week.
That's right. Even though Craig's just sitting over there laughing.
Right, yeah, Craig's like, I don't care. I'm projected to be 189.19. So
right.
Screw you, buddy.
All right, let's just kind of figure out what he's going to put in. Yeah, okay. We got Mahomes and quarterback going up against.
At the moment, Disco does not have a QB.
He's going for Fitzpatrick, probably on the waiver wire. So I'm going
to outbid him for that.
I'm going to outbid him tonight.
Are you?
Just to piss him off.
Oh,
just
man.
Kidding,
well, he doesn't have that much fab anyway. He's got like
really?
$20-some.
I wouldn't even do it. Is that all he has left?
Did he blew his money? He blew $93 on Kenyon Barner because he screwed up, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I don't want to put $93. Oh, screw it, whatever. Which I rightfully so. I would feel the same way. Kenyon Barner got like 4 yards last game.
Let's assume he gets Ryan Fitzpatrick, just for argument's sake.
Okay. And he would be playing Carolina. Okay. Because Winston.
Or going up against. I'm going to go with Mahomes.
Yeah, you got to go Mahomes versus Cleveland anyway. So, all right, moving on. Wide receivers.
You got Tyreek Hill, Baldwin, and Mike Williams.
Yes, going against. Unfortunately, for Craig, he does not have to go up against Odell Beckham. Once again, skating by. He's got Jay Grant from Miami so far in it, plus an empty slot. So Stephon Diggs will most assuredly be in there.
Yeah. Corey
Davis or Torrey Smith for New Orleans. No, that's not Torrey. Traquan Smith.
Oh, yeah.
And or Calvin Ridley.
Oh, he'll put in Ridley. Yeah.
You think you put Calvin Ridley? Okay, let's assume it's Calvin Ridley. And what would we say? Diggs and let's go Corey Davis. I don't think he's going to keep Grant in there.
All right, and Corey Davis.
Yeah, I'm
going to give it to Disco.
You know what? I will. Let me look at this here. I'll give it to Disco as well.
Yeah. Doug Baldwin, 2 bad knees. Mike Williams, he had 1 good game.
Doug Baldwin, 2 bad knees. Yeah.
All right.
Running backs. We got James White and Tariq Cohen. What a freaking how's this even happen? Tariq Cohen gets like a 70-yard run screen pass, and James White has the second most. We got 55 catches. Second most for a running back. Ridiculous.
Wow.
He
lucked into that. We know James White's going to catch some passes, but what's happened to New England's backfield perfectly worked out for Craig.
Right, exactly. And Disco has Marlon Mack and Giovanni Bernard, both no games at the moment for bye weeks.
Oh my goodness.
So he will have, let's start from the bottom here, running backs. He'll have Melvin Gordon for sure.
Yep.
Tevin Coleman.
Yep.
You want to go with that?
Yep. That's who he's gonna put in there.
Yeah, because.
What about Breda? Because
No.
I don't know.
Brady's a bum.
Yeah.
Breda keeps saying, he's like, first of all, he killed me. Mostert, I had whatever the backup's name is. They said that he wasn't going to play, or barely play, but his high ankle sprain or something. But he goes in for like 15 plays. He gets like 15 yards. Just wants to stay as a starter. That's all it is. But he's a bum. So no, he's not putting him in. It's Coleman and Gordon. That's what I'm going with
Coleman
here.
and Gordon.
Yeah, he's not putting him Barner either.
Yeah.
Coleman and Gordon.
Pretty good. Pretty good matchup.
I'm going to go with Coleman and Gordon.
Yeah, I think I will as well. It's a pretty solid duo there.
It is. Now here's the fun one: the flex. Todd Gurley.
Yep.
And he has Le'Veon Bell, which at the moment is projected as a 0, but could potentially happen if he decides to walk through that door. He's still not there at the 4:01 p.m.
Right.
Projection that people thought he was going to be there, but we don't know with Bell.
If he does play though, it's going to be split time.
It is going to be split time.
Yeah. So give it to Gurley.
Well, yeah, but if we want to go through flexing here, we could go. Well, who knows? It's going to be Gurley. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you put in our opinion. It's Gurley.
We skipped over the tight ends.
Did we? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Vernon Davis versus Greg Olsen, but he also has Jordan Reed, who you want to assume would be better. So let's just go Reed versus Olsen.
I'm going to go Reed.
I'm going to go Olsen.
Okay.
All right, kickers. Gostkowski versus Crosby.
Gostkowski.
Okay, defenses here. We've got Tennessee versus Dallas or Denver versus Houston. I'm going to go, if Tennessee sells out to stop the run, I'm going Tennessee because Denver has just traded Demaryius Thomas. So now you're going to have Hopkins and Thomas.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, plus that's the thing. Denver has a good defense, but
that's weird.
Denver's offense
you immediately play him.
Right. Yeah, Thomas, you're traded, but you don't have to go anywhere yet.
You can stay
because you're playing against us this week.
Funny.
Have fun, buddy.
Is it in Denver?
Yeah, it's in Denver.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, but the question is whether Denver will allow the defense to not be on the field enough to actually be able to play well.
Right. I'm gonna go Tennessee.
You're gonna go Tennessee. All right, I'm gonna go Tennessee as well. Who you going?
I'm calling with the upset. Going with the upset. I really have picked most of Disco's team, partially because I just want to be a dick to Craig, but partially I think it's gonna work out. Quarterback's gonna be the biggest question mark for Disco, but I think he's gonna have an alright team this week.
I think so too. Questions: will Craig do something like outbid Disco on purpose?
Oh, he would.
He would do something like that, so
like
he doesn't get it. Right. Just be like, why not? Sure, why not? And just to guarantee himself to the unbeaten streak to keep going.
Yep.
As of this point, based on not having a quarterback, I will go with Craig because Patrick Mahomes is basically balls out amazing, and nobody's figured out how to stop this guy yet. Yeah, and Cleveland's in an uproar.
Yep.
But hey. Well, the new head coach, we should talk about this.
Right.
Greg Williams, who was the defensive coordinator, who's been known for putting bounties on the quarterbacks' heads.
Wow.
That's what he did when he was in New Orleans for Brett Favre.
They have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Will they try to break Mahomes' arm?
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to see him.
A sprained ankle.
Yeah.
The next matchup is Possum Magic versus Bad Luck Bears. Let's get right into it. We got Drew Brees versus Booker Mayfield. Fudge.
I thought you did it on purpose.
I did not. Baker Mayfield.
Just pretend like you are.
Okay, I meant to do it. Meant to do Booker Mayfield. I'm going Drew Brees.
Me too, Brees.
All right.
Although his projection is like 60, I think that's way too high.
Yeah, well, versus the Rams? Maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
All right, wide receivers for Possum. We got Jarvis Landry, Manuel Sanders, and D Moore. No, it's D Moore because of Seattle.
DJ, yeah.
Versus Brandon Cooks. What? Bubba not in there?
Nope, go find him.
Bubba not in house.
Go find him.
Versus Brandon Cooks Mike Evans, and Sterling Shepard, who currently is not in. So it would probably be Jordy Nelson. Is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, Jordy Nelson definitely.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Bad Luck Bears.
Me too. Big time.
All right, running backs: Jalen Richard, Kenyon Drake, who both showed up, I might add.
They did.
Last
They
week,
did.
versus James Conner and LeGarrette Blunt. I'm going Jalen Richard and Kenyon Drake because LeGarrette Blunt sucks.
That's a good reason. Connor could beat the other two guys by himself, but then again, he's going up against Baltimore. I'm still going to go Jay. I think Blunt gets a touchdown and wins it.
Okay. Tight ends, we've got Trey Boo Boo Burton versus Jimmy Graham Cracker. I'm going to go with I'm going to get Jimmy Graham.
Yeah, I'm going to be with Jimmy Graham as well.
I was thinking like New England tries to stop one thing, but I don't think it'll be Jimmy Graham.
No.
All right. Well, this is an interesting flex. We got nothing versus Will Fuller, who's on the IR.
Right.
Jay, you need to drop them. So
Tree, who does he have
He's
going?
got-
Man, he doesn't have much. A lot of bye weeks.
do Peyton Barber, maybe. It looks like Peyton Barber's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Peyton Barber versus maybe Ito Smith. Let's go Ito Smith.
Yeah, Ito Smith.
I'm gonna go.
Wow, it's a really weak matchup.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm going Ito Smith.
Just for kicks, I'll go Barber.
Okay. Kickers. Hopkins versus Bullock, who is currently out, so on a bye week, and he doesn't have a kicker yet.
So I'll take.
I'm gonna go
take
Hopkins.
Yeah.
Easy choice there. Defenses: Carolina versus Tampa Bay or Chicago versus Buffalo. I'm going Chicago.
Yep, I think Fitzmagic comes back. Gonna go Chicago.
You're gonna go Chicago?
Yeah, I'm taking Chicago.
But you just said Fitzmagic comes back.
Yeah. Fitzmagic's coming back.
Oh, because he's going against Carolina.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. You're actually right on every level there.
Right.
Okay, who are you taking?
I'm taking Bad Luck Bears. I took him for almost every position. Tree Size has too many holes there. He's got a lot of bye week blues.
And I think he has 0 fab. So he has to wait for the slim pickings.
Yep, he's gonna have to wait to see what's left.
Or make another trade. I'm here. I'm picking Possum for the upset.
Wow.
Maybe this is where
Wishful
I
thinking?
honestly I think he has a good quality team. It does suck that he's got Tate and Boyd on the tight end. Yeah, Tate and Boyd on the bench there because that would be a definitely
He's got
power.
a decent team.
He does. What about, Houston versus Denver or Mayfield versus, I don't know. Questionable. We'll see.
We'll see what he does.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, right. This next matchup, we got the Mighty Midgets, currently 4-4, I think. I don't even understand.
They are 4-4.
I don't understand that. They're so much better than 4-4.
They are.
I deserve to be 4-4. He does not. He should at least be 5-3, probably like 6-2. Going up against Juju and the Losers. Still defeated, correct?
Sounds like a good band name, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, they're still defeated.
All right, let's see what we got going on this week.
As Jimmy likes to say, and the hits keep coming.
They do. Big Ben on the road in Baltimore. I guess he's got a broken pinky or something on his non-throwing.
Fractured. Yep.
Going up against Case Keenum. I'm taking Big Ben.
I'm going to take Casey Keenum.
All right.
Because Baltimore plays him tough.
All right. Let's go with Midgets receivers. We got Thielen, Amendola, and Watkins going up against Thomas, Westbrook, and Juju.
Westbrook's out currently.
Okay, so does he have a replacement?
Cooper Kupp or Amari Cooper or,
Cooper?
Jerron Wilson. He's got some quality receivers.
Yeah. I'll probably put in Cooper, right?
Cooper or Kupp? I would put in Kupp if Kupp is able to play.
All right.
That's just me.
All right, well, I'm going to take Jimmy's receivers. Either one he puts in there.
Whew. I can't do that. I got to go with... Wait, which Jimmy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking Jimmy the Wolf.
The White Wolf. I'm going to take Crick on the strength of Thielen.
Worst decision by me all year, for sure.
Was that you picked Howard over Thielen, right?
Yeah.
That is probably the worst decision by you. Imagine where you'd be.
I've thought about it.
You wouldn't be 4-4.
I'm surprised Craig hasn't brought it up.
I am actually just surprised as well. And by the way, could you believe Sammy Watkins had a night like that? Or a game, 2 touchdowns last week?
I didn't even see that, to be honest with you. 2 touchdowns, wow.
Yeah, and like 100-some yards because Tyreek Hill got his groin pulled or whatever.
Oh, okay.
All right, go on.
All right, we got running backs Gore and Wilkins going, and Wilkins isn't in. Going up against Kamara and Elliott. I'm going Kamara and Elliott, regardless of who Jimmy Wolf puts in.
Looking like Royce Freeman at the moment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Kamara and Elliott as well.
All right, when we got tight ends, we got Cook going against Njoku. I'm going to go Njoku just for fun.
I'm going to go with Njoku as well. It's versus Kansas City,
Yep.
so you're going to have to throw the ball a lot.
Oh, man, look at that. Sutton, that pick's looking really good now. Sutton
is.
versus Carson, I'm going to go Sutton. but against Houston. But I'm still gonna.
I'll go Sutton too because they're gonna definitely probably make it a point to get him the ball to prove that their trade was for a reason.
Right. All right, kickers Prater versus Boswell. I'm gonna go Prater.
In Bos we trust, baby.
All right, Miami going up against the Jets or Washington versus Atlanta. I'm going Miami.
I'm going to go Miami as well.
All right, what do you think overall?
I have to go with Jimmy Crick. Sorry, other Jim.
Yeah.
Jimmy Huber.
I like Huber's receivers better personally, but after that, it kind of drops off. So I think that Crick finally gets his win, bounce back win after many, many weeks of losing. So, Jimmy, Commish, I don't think you get your win this week.
Can we just give him the first round pick if he goes defeated next year? The first overall pick that people won't let me do that?
I don't think so.
I feel like we should. I feel like if you go, 0-13, you should get the first pick automatically.
No, I think you should get a worse penalty.
What? You hear that, Jimmy? I'm trying to help you.
I don't know if there's anything worse. All right.
We don't know which podcaster he likes better this year. All right, this next matchup is from none other than From Gags to Riches versus Shawshank Athletics. There's probably some things going on here. There is, obviously. Kirk Cousins versus Mitch Trubisky. I don't know if I think he's going to put in Rodgers, right?
Yeah, I'll put in Rodgers.
55. If he puts in Rodgers, I'm going Rodgers.
I'm going to go Rodgers as well.
All right, and the receivers for Gags to Riches are Devontae Adams. I think it's Anthony Miller, who was my scrap that he picked up that I didn't get just picked back up, but hey, whatever. Kudos to you. Pierre Garçon, who was thought to be possibly traded today.
Oh, wow.
They're trying to. Versus, which would be T.Y. Hilton, Devin Funches, and Tyler Gabriel, but Hilton's out.
If there's anything else on the bench.
There is Allen Robinson, who is definitely quality, and Sean Jackson, who might be attractive with Fitzmagic, but I'm not trying to put anything in anybody's head. You do what you want. Allen Robinson is a pretty good pick, too. I would go with Shawshank Athletics, no matter who he puts in there.
Yeah, I agree. I concur.
I think.
I don't know, though. Devontae Adams, he could do a lot by himself.
I think New England might try to take him out.
Yeah, if there's one weapon they try to take out, it'd probably be him. Yeah. Good call. I'll go Shawshank.
All right, running backs here. We got Latavius Murray, who's been Gags of Riches running back rock this year, and Jamal Williams versus this is because Saquon Barkley is out this year. This week.
Yeah, he's
on the buy and buy. And then Josh is Carry On Johnson. Carry on my...
Are you not going to say it?
Carry on my wayward son. Yeah, I should not say it anymore. And Nick Chubb. I got to go with Josh, with Carry On Johnson, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, surprising. I'm going Josh again.
Nick Chubb. Hey, Nick Chubb looks good, man.
Yeah, he does.
Chubb gives Josh a Chubb.
You know it.
All right, tight ends. So you went with Josh too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Tight ends, we got Travis Kelce versus Zach Ertz, who's not playing, so it's going to be... Evan Ingram's not playing either. Dang.
Wow. So does he have anybody?
It looks like...
Or is he picking somebody up?
No, he's got a tight end. He's got Cameron Brate, I believe.
All right.
So I got to go
Kelce.
And flex, we got Willie Snead versus Isaiah Crowell. I'm going to go Crowell.
Yeah, I'm as well. Yep, Crowell.
All right. And kickers, Greg the Leg versus Fairbarn. I'm going Greg the Leg.
Greg the Leg by a mile.
Smooth. He did not drop him, did he? When he had a groin in. That's a good move because I definitely would have swooped in and grabbed that sucker.
Yep. Nice way to hold.
Yeah, way to hold. Way to hold the leg. Good thing you didn't sweep the leg there, Gagsy.
Nice.
All right. Defense, we've got Kansas City versus Cleveland.
Or
Jacksonville not playing.
Yeah.
So we've got... he does not currently have another defense.
Why would he? Because Jacksonville, you can...
True.
All right, so he's picking somebody up.
Yeah. So,
but Kansas City versus Cleveland.
Yeah,
taking that
at the moment. So, who you going with?
Looking up and down these lineups, I'm gonna go with Gags.
I'm gonna go with Josh. I think if he puts in like Rodgers, gets another quality receiver in there, and
find a half decent defense.
Yeah, defense.
You're like naming every position.
The possibility is there for him to have an upset here, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I would love to see the upset. Josh, I'm rooting for you, but I just don't see it happening.
Okay, well, I'm picking you, Josh.
Like
don't let me down. It's like the Beatles say, don't let me down. Sorry.
No, it's beautiful. It was angelic.
You shut your mouth. And on to the next matchup.
We've got FC Bohoric. He fresh off a win from last week, going up against Dub C Hooligans.
Wait, he won?
I think he did.
Who? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he beat Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
Damn, Jimmy, that sucks.
Yeah. All right, we've got Marcus Mariota up against Jared Goff. Is he playing Mariota, or does he have somebody else down there?
Dalton, no game. No. That's all he's. That's what he's
All right,
got.
I'm going to take Goff.
I'm gonna take Goff as well.
Obviously. All right. Receivers, we've got Goodwin, Moore, and Allen going up against Lockett, Brown, and Woods. Yeah, I gotta go Dub C.
It's a pretty even matchup, actually.
Yeah, it's
Kind of
pretty
just by like a
even.
little bit.
But I think John Brown could have a big game against the Steelers. He could.
Such a weird name to have, John Brown.
But maybe if our boy, what's his name, sticks to him.
Who's our boy?
What's his name? The defensive.
Flacco? What?
No,
Oh, on.
our corner.
You're not talking about Artie Burns, are you?
No, the other guy.
I was gonna say because that's not happening. Joe Hayden.
Thank you.
Okay.
Joe Hayden shuts down Brown. That's I'd probably put him on him. Let Crabtree do his thing.
I'm gonna go Jetty.
All right.
I don't know why. I think it's because Keenan Allen. He's so due, man. So due.
Against Seattle will be tough.
I'm so glad I didn't take him over Julio Jones just to piss Jetty off during the draft because I really thought about it.
All right.
Actually, I have to thank Bigler for that. Bigler taught me. He said, "Wait, you gotta take Julio." It's like, you're right.
He's
All right.
talk some sense into
Yes.
you. All right. Jets got Kareem Hunt and AP going up against Doug Martin and McCoy.
Wow.
I feel bad for not Bigler. I feel bad for Bean because it's like if McCoy was hurt, I do think that Ivory could get him some. Or if Ivory was hurt, I think he could get some.
Oh, come on. This is just you
I really
defending
do.
your trade.
I really do.
This is such horse shit.
I mean, even if McCoy was hurt and Ivory was in there, I'd still take Jet all day.
Well, of course. Yes, I agree as well. And can you believe AP is it's like, wow.
Yeah, good pick, Jet.
Yeah, it's great. He was like 18th round.
Yeah,
Something crazy.
It was really late.
Where we were all like, why didn't we pick him? I'm taking Hunt and Peterson as well.
All right, Gronk or Howard?
Gronk.
Gronk.
Smash.
All right, this is interesting. We got Demaryius Thomas with another team right now, going up against his old team, or Tyrod Taylor. Just kidding. What is his name?
I think it's Trent.
Trent Taylor.
No, I think it's Trent Taylor's. Trent Taylor, I think, plays for the 49ers. I think it's Taywan.
If we don't know his name, I'm going against Demaryius Thomas.
It's Taywan.
Taywan, good call.
Well, my third call.
Yeah, third call. All right,
I'm going Demaryius Thomas as well. It's going to be. Hey, is this like a revenge game? Like, I mean, it's only been 4 days old or whatever.
Right.
Like, so is it a revenge game? Like they always say. I don't know.
Could be.
Does he want a ton to be mad? So okay, so
All right.
look at Thomas.
All right, you want Bailey or Tucker?
I like a little Bailey's in my Tucker. Oh boy,
Wow.
That was Tucker.
Tucker. All right, you like the Rams or Minnesota? I'm going to go Minnesota.
I'm gonna go Minnesota too. This is the Rams versus New Orleans. Should be a really good matchup
It'll
offensively.
be a fun game to watch, but not for defense.
Yeah, not for fantasy purposes,
No,
but
no.
yeah, is this the week that
Does
the
he
Rams
have
lose?
another defense?
It's funny because you'd think Juddy would have him.
I turned
Normally,
into Jet this year. I've got 4 defenses.
Normally he does, but
I
he's
know.
so confident in the Rams defense, who did make a trade for a defensive end from Jacksonville,
Okay.
so that might help them out.
Okay.
But I'm still going Minnesota versus Detroit.
Right.
And
I'm
overall,
taking Dub C
C.
on the strength of his quarterback and his defense, and I don't know. Jets could put up a good fight though with his running backs and tight end.
Yeah. Boy, I'm pretty sure I did pick more of Beans than I did Juddy.
Yeah.
But I'm going for the upset. Juddy won last
Nice.
week. Maybe he's getting a little taste of that fine wine.
All right.
And now, week.
Wow, you're the echo in here.
Oh man, yeah, so we definitely don't do that together that often.
Let's do this.
It's
all
like
right.
when we go to croquet matches. It's a
All
wicked
right.
googly, Brian.
If you didn't see this match of the week coming, you haven't been paying attention.
Clearly.
But side note, just because it's like the podcast is going head to head, it's a good matchup. I mean, this is a pivotal game in the season. We're both 4-4. I mean, you could have been 1-6 or 1-7. Just saying.
Could have been.
I could have been 7-1, but the tables have turned. I'm on a 3-game skid. I think you're on a 3-game winning streak. Am I right?
I believe so, because I think I was 1-4.
Yeah, I believe I was 4-1. So we both got here different ways, and this could be a huge turning point for one of us.
Sure could. Hopefully, hopefully we're winning. I win and you lose.
Let's hope for a tie. Just kidding.
That would
I
wreak
hate a
havoc.
tie. I hate ties.
I think we just flip a coin. I'm not sure what the rules are anymore. Used to be just bench points, but I think Craig did away with that because he got angry.
Yeah.
Which I think he still thinks is stupid. That's why you load up on defenses.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just so you can win the bench points.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take this one at a time. We got Brady going up against Wilson, but you've got Rivers on the bench. I'm taking Brady regardless of who you put in. Against Green Bay,
I will go with
on a
Brady
Sunday night matchup.
But hey, I'm praying that Green Bay tries to run the ball and keep Brady off the field because it's pretty much what you got to do.
Yeah, you have a chance.
Yeah. And side note, this is only the second time Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers have ever faced each other in their career.
I heard that. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
The other time was in Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Oh boy. But in Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I really can't talk anymore. In Green Bay, and Green Bay won, I believe, 26-21.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it is interesting.
All right. What year was that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
2006.
Okay. All right. Going down to the receivers on your side, you've got Hopkins, Edelman, and Jones. That is very formidable. Going up against Gordon, Crabtree, and Galladay. Those are just like some mediocre receivers right there.
Still giving you pretty good projections. Though.
Yeah, decent projections. I think they're going to bump Galladay up to probably about 15 or 16 projected points. Mm-hmm. I'm still taking your receivers by a lot.
By a lot?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
I'm just hoping that Crabtree gets at least a touchdown against the Steelers.
That's what he's known. Ask Craig. That's what he's known to do. And hey, they never did punish Gordon. What was up with that?
I don't know. I don't think there was a punishment. I think somebody made the story up.
Fake news.
Fake news. All right, going down to the running backs. You took yourself, right? For the receivers?
Yes.
Okay. Like I had to ask you.
I'm just confident in my receivers.
All right, you can choose running backs.
Oh, okay. All right, Brian, you have McCaffrey and Jordan Howard, and I have currently Phillip Lindsay and Mark Ingram.
Are you thinking about changing it possibly?
It might, but the projection for the other guy is pretty much the same as well.
All right.
I'm going to go with your running backs because your McCaffrey guy is pretty good.
Pretty good, but he's kind of been a little bit of a letdown. Oops.
Just like
letdown, and I dropped the phone. I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been great. I was expecting great, but he's been good. All right, I'm still gonna
pretty freaking good.
Yeah, he hasn't been close to Gurley. Just saying.
You want to trade him for a wide receiver?
No.
Well, then he's pretty good.
Right.
He hasn't been close to Gurley. Gurley's been like the third or best all-time fantasy running back.
All right, in the tight ends, we've got Kittle versus Rudolph. Rudolph's been a joke this year, so I'm gonna go with Kittle.
Kittle, baby.
If Rudolph, this is only the second time he's played all year, so hopefully he gets a touchdown. All right, in the flex, we've got
Probably will.
I hope. We got AB going up against Miller. I'm going to go AB.
Even though it's against Baltimore, I got to go AB as well. Hate it, but I do.
Yep. All right, in the kicker position, we've got Butker versus Lutz. It's going to be a good matchup, actually.
Very good matchup.
But I think I'm going to give it to Lutz because Butker's probably going to have 7 extra points.
He might actually. Yeah. I'm going to go with Lutz as well.
It sounds like a joke, but it's probably true.
It's sad but true. Is that a Metallica song?
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, in the defenses, is that your only defense?
No, I have
New England, for those of you not...
I have Indianapolis, who currently has no game.
Okay.
So right now it is my only
You'd have to pick somebody up if you were going to do anything about it.
I mean, there's really not much defenses out there, else I would have picked up another defense a while ago.
Right. I mean, New England's got a good defense, but I think...
matchups.
Yeah, I think Green Bay's going to do well enough to allow Dallas to get this one.
I probably agree.
All right. Sounds like you've agreed a lot with my team, so let's see what you say. I'm going to go with my team. on the strength of Brady and my defense and my running backs. And what about you?
I'm going to pick the upset, Brian. I'm going with me. Surprise!
On the strength of your
my receivers. This is the week Julio Jones goes bonkers.
You very well could.
Washington has a great run defense, but they don't have a great passing defense. So this is the week he finally gets 1 touchdown. Please, for the love of Pete, would somebody get Julio Jones a touchdown for once?
Has 0 touchdowns?
He has 0.
I mean, Fitzgerald has a couple, right? He's at least one.
He does. Let's talk about Fitzgerald for a minute.
All right,
Since
go
you brought
ahead.
him up.
He's on the bench because he's on the bye.
He's on the bye.
Oh, God, why did I bring him up?
Figure they found Byron Leftwich is now the offensive
I
coordinator.
love it.
Cardinals. I love it too. Said, hey guys, how about we get the ball into Fitzgerald and David Johnson's hands?
Yeah, the two best offensive players on the team.
Isn't rocket science.
Yeah.
I mean,
know.
what the F?
And look at this. They won the game.
They won the game. It was close.
Yeah.
And Fitzgerald had a touchdown. I don't know if David Johnson.
He did okay, but he didn't have a touchdown.
But there was 16-15.
Yeah.
They got a 2-point conversion. They threw to Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay.
He got in. The guy hit him, and then he just walked in. And then he proceeded to spike the ball
Oh, yeah.
and let his emotions out.
Nice.
Guess what? That's the first time Larry Fitzgerald's ever spiked the ball in his career.
In his career.
College.
You sure?
Yes. College and high school.
Did they announce that?
He did it. They had a press conference.
Wow.
And he said, and this is why Larry Fitzgerald is the best receiver in the game. He said at the press conference, he said, my son, he didn't want to come to the game today. So I was very mad. I was very sad about that.
Oh,
and
wow.
distraught,
He just didn't want to come.
He didn't want to come. I think
Wow.
it's because they were losing so much.
Wow.
So he said, when I spiked the ball, that was me letting out like my frustration and anger. That not anger, but just disappointment that he didn't want to come. That he was that disappointed in the Cardinals, and me that he didn't want to come to the game. This is the first time he's ever not wanted to come. So he said I took it out on the ball and I spiked it, and he said, and then he proceeded to say he made the excuse, which is a very good excuse, right?
Yeah.
Then he just proceeded to say, I am sorry for spiking the ball. That is not a good role model, and that is a bad representation of behavior. And he says, and I apologize for spiking the ball.
Wow. That's like saying the word like ass and then feeling it's the biggest crime in humanity.
Right. And there was like, I was like, that's why you're my boy, Larry Fitzgerald. You are my boy. You are also the second or third best receiver ever in the game.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that story. I don't think he's the second or third best receiver in the game, but
Out of your mind.
I
Don't
do
even
think
try to say it's Antonio Brown.
I do think for sure that he's going to have a nice impact on your team going forward. And I think you're going to have a problem filling out your roster because, like you said, your team is actually – I do think I'm going to win this one this week. I mean, it could go either way, but I think I have good matchups. But I think your team is looking really strong, and I'm not just trying to blow smoke, but like look at your receivers, Hopkins, Edelman, Jones, and now I think Fitzgerald is legitimate again.
Right.
So you got to play all four of those guys. I feel like you do. I mean, Edelman's debatable, but he's going to be a go-to guy. He usually is. PPR go-to.
I know. And they, like last game with Edelman that he played, he got 20 points. He got like 8 catches or something like that. Crazy.
And if Sony Michel gets healthy, or when he gets healthy,
Right.
I mean, that's going to be a really tough call. Like you got to play him and Ingram probably, and then you're going to have Lindsey and Miller on the bench. Wow.
Oh, I hate Ingram.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
I know he's so good, but it's just
Yeah.
and if you're going to pick offenses to have, you want the New Orleans offense.
You're going to have to find 2 players to bench every week that are going to be pretty good.
It's true.
So,
It's true. And my tight ends, I got Doyle now.
yeah, but he hasn't done anything this year.
Dude, he's been hurt the whole year.
I know, exactly.
Stepped right in, caught
He hasn't done
6
anything.
catches for 80 yards on a touchdown.
Did he? I didn't watch.
Yeah,
I didn't
just
see.
Just like that.
I just saw
back with
he
the
brought in a
rapport.
touchdown too.
What's that? He did.
Yeah,
He did, which
so-
is good news for you.
Yep. I honestly think that he'll be a 2 tight end system. Like they'll both get fed.
Yeah.
Doyle will probably get a little bit more, but Ebron will be there.
Sure as I am also lucky that you don't have David Johnson.
Yep. But I think it's relatively even in terms of who's on the bye. I do. I think it's
True.
relatively even.
Your
With your
strength-
Michelle potentially being out.
Say my Michelle?
Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to say that your strength against me as far as like difference in points is Tom Brady.
Yep.
If it is,
And I think Dallas at home. I think Dallas at home against Tennessee is going to be a strength. I do.
Yeah. I thought Tennessee had a good offense, but boy, am I wrong so far.
Yeah. But anyways, it'll be a good matchup. One definitely worthy of the matchup of the week.
True.
If I were to give you McCaffrey, who would you give me? Anybody on your team?
No, I would. What I will say as far as trades go, I will tell everybody who has asked for it that Julio Jones and Hopkins are off limits. Everybody else is available.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably the only two players I'd trade McCaffrey for. Because I think that's the only two fair trades there.
Well, even then, I'd only trade one of them heads up to you
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
for McCaffrey.
Yeah, it'd have to be heads up.
If it was heads up, who would you be thinking?
Are
we doing a trade,
we're doing
Ryan?
a live trade right
After
here.
the trade, after the
Yeah,
matchup.
well, we can finish this up later.
right.
I don't know.
Gosh, I mean, those are. I love McCaffrey.
I think.
I love McCaffrey.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm really putting him on the market there, but it could be a good trade. Could be a blockbuster trade.
I mean, you've got your own troubles at running back.
I do.
You've got David
I
Johnson
do.
as well.
I do.
We're just 4 teams trying to make it in this big, beautiful Tonto's Demise world.
All right. You got any final words? I thought I was gonna have a would you rather, but I don't know if I really do.
You said you'd think of it real quickly, Brian. I was psyched up for this.
I will. I'll think of one.
How about I just talk about?
I'll think of a lame one real quick.
All right. Should I just talk for a little bit?
Sure. While I think of it, you talk.
All right. Well, obviously we are the matchup of the week. Sorry, Disco and Craig. Even though I think Craig might have been the matchup of the week every week, but Disco just does not have enough available firepower to put in to his starting roster to be the matchup of the week. And as we've said before, we would do this normally on Thursday, but I am going on vacation for about 10 days, a week, including, with my days off from the casino, it's 10 days. So to Seattle, Portland, and probably Astoria, Oregon, to visit the Goonies set, which is one of the things I'm actually pretty excited about. I mean,
yeah.
What a kid gets to live their dream about going to the Goonies house, even though I can't go up to it and do the truffle shuffle to get in, like I really want to. Maybe Brogan can videotape me doing it because, I'm a little flabby these days. Who isn't? Brian, because he's a vegan. All
right. I'll cut you off.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I could go on.
I know you could. I know you could go for the next 20 minutes.
One more. I was in Johnstown and I went to Rizzo's for I cashed in my birthday dinner. For Friday.
Okay, nice.
I think Saturday. Saturday.
From June?
From June. Yeah, I just haven't been up there.
Parents?
Yeah. So I went up there and I wanted to say hi to Justin, Craig, and Brian, but I couldn't because seriously, like Rizzo's was rocking.
Really?
Like, it was so packed.
Wow.
The bar, everything.
Saturday night?
It was a Saturday night. I don't know if there was a playoff game going on in the stadium, but it wasn't Wimber. It was Shade versus somebody else. But yeah, we didn't have a reservation. I think we were lucky to get a table. But Floyd was busy, and I texted Justin, and I didn't get anything back basically until like an hour, 2 hours later after we were done eating. And he's like, "Hey, man!" So they were super busy. And I had my first escargot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because my dad was talking about escargot in Paris, and he got him. He's like, "Who wants to try them?" And I was like, "Brogan's like, I'll try it." And I was like, well, "Dang, Brogan's gonna try it. I gotta try it." And my mom was like, "No way!" But it was actually pretty good. Yeah, but in Paris they have them in the shell.
Yeah.
And at Rizzo's, they have them just like the little butter sauce.
Nothing against Rizzo's. I'm guessing Paris was probably better, but maybe your dad thought otherwise.
My dad said they were both good in different ways, but I think he liked that they were in a shell. He actually brought his shell home from Paris.
Wow.
So the first time he had them, and I said, "Did you even clean this?" And he clearly did not. There was still the dirt and muck or whatever inside.
What's he going to do with that?
I don't even know.
Put some change in it? I don't know.
No, you can't fit. I don't know why. He's just a weird guy sometimes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But kudos. That's what my mom's like. I can't believe it's so crowded. I was like, "Mom, it's Saturday Night Live. Saturday night in Wimber, and this is the place to go."
Where else are you gonna go?
Yeah, exactly.
Hotel. That's about it.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't afford the Rizzes, I guess around 7 p.m.
Yep. All right, it's a lame one. I had a different one, but I'm gonna save it for next week, and I'll tell you why later.
Next week.
Oh, for the next time.
Okay.
All right, it's a lame one, but I'll give it to you anyway.
Interesting.
Would you rather, if in this kind of like superhero thinking,
Ooh.
would you rather, and think about it a little bit, would you rather have, I'll give you three options. Would you rather have the ability to completely go invisible whenever you wanted to drop of a hat? Would you rather be able to fly, but everybody knows you can fly? Or would you rather have the ability just to have gills and just completely breathe underwater whenever you want? So basically, 3 different levels. You can either fly, walk undetected, or swim forever wherever you wanted.
Okay, well, here's my question.
Yeah.
These are all 3 very tempting options, by the way.
I figured you'd have a pretty obvious one.
No way. I love comic books.
Yeah.
With the swimming with the gills, so obviously I'm like Aquaman.
Yeah.
Can I still get eaten by a shark?
Oh, good point.
That's the thing I'm worried about. Like, how are my swimming? How are my swim skills, Brian? Because there's one. Breathing underwater is one thing, but swimming skills are another. Am I basically like a dolphin?
You're basically like a dolphin.
Can I control the sea?
No, you can't control the sea, but you are basically like a dolphin. Like you like grow fins and like flippers and whatnot. So,
but I still basically get eaten by a shark.
You could. However, you're very fast.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, as you know, probably one of my biggest fears is sharks. Okay, so there's swimming.
I just think how often are you going to use a swimming? That's my only thing. It's like that'd be awesome, but I don't know how often you need to use it.
Who wants to swim in the rivers of Pittsburgh
Exactly.
too? There's like so much fecal matter in there.
Yeah.
But okay, so invisible at the drop of a hat.
Sure. Anytime you want, you can go into invisibility mode.
That sounds pretty fun. Flying too, though, that sounds pretty fun as well. I could go wherever I wanted.
True.
All right, swimming's out. Man.
Do you need a week to think about it?
No, I don't. It's just surprising. You think this is lame, but this is actually very interesting to me. I think I would go with. I think I'd go with flying, but everybody knows I can fly. But then they want rides.
True.
And then if like one of you guys let go when you're not supposed to and you die, it's on me.
That's blood on your wings.
Blood on my wings. That's a good name for another good name for a band.
Maybe just an album. Blood on my wings.
Blood on my wings. Blood on the wings of Delhi.
Like blood on the tracks, blood on the wings.
Compare it to Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Man, thinking about that, I think I'm just gonna go. What would I do with invisibility?
I think I'd do flying too.
Yeah, what would I do with invisibility? I mean, it would be like a good party trick.
A good party trick, good pervert trick. Yeah.
I'd love to be a pervert. You get away with it. Do something like every once in a while, like they just like goose somewhere, stick the thumb up the butt.
Right.
They would know where it's coming from.
I mean, where else would it really come in handy? I don't know.
Just to do crime.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. If I was a villain, it'd definitely be invincibility. Or I'm sorry, invisible. I think we go with flying. Just gonna go flying.
Yeah.
For now.
I think that'd be pretty incredible.
I think it would be just incredible to feel by yourself. Could you ever see like a GoPro on a bald eagle?
I have not.
It's so cool. Just to see them fly with a GoPro.
That's pretty awesome.
They just and then they're hovering, and they're still going like 60 miles an hour. You don't even know it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
After you check that on YouTube.
You can. And the only reason I think of that because I've seen the GoPro. Plus, on the way to Johnstown, we're going through the valley before you get to the Johnstown. On 2230, I think it is. I go, bro, look, and this hawk, and I knew because of the white tails, was in front of our car, but it was hovering, and it came and it swooped, and it came right in front of our car. Wow. It was like slow motion. This thing was hovering in front of my car, going like 40 miles an hour, and it was trying to go. There's a roadkill right in the middle of the road, and he went to grab something. I don't know if he got anything. Then he flew, and as he turned, it was a bald eagle.
Wow.
And it was all in slow motion. It was really cool. And I was like, damn, that's so cool to be a bald eagle, man.
Yeah, you could be.
I could be the bald eagle.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah.
Bald Detling.
All right, I think that's
a new team name. You got to seal it. The Bald Detling?
I don't know. That's
the Bald Eagle. It's a bad name. Bald Detling.
That sounds like an awful
I can't even say Bald D for my initial.
Baldy.
Baldy. Let me go flying, but it's not going to be anything about Baldy or Bald Detling.
Okay.
Flying is my choice.
All right. Well, I'm surprised it took you that long to figure it out. But I'm glad that you took it so seriously. I'm
just glad you didn't give me X-ray vision.
You can't take these decisions lightly.
These are very important.
Isn't invisibility kind of like X-ray vision? Not really.
No, because if I'm... Yeah. Well, I mean, if I wish I could X-ray vision with the flying. Oh, because of invisibility. I see what you mean. I thought you were thinking about the flight because I was like, no, because I could still fly into a window like any other bird.
I think flying is the best choice as well.
That's what you'd pick.
Yeah.
If you had to pick, I think just because I think it'd be something I never would get old.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I'm going with.
Most useful too.
Yeah, I'd give my friends rides, but I'd warn them. I'd make them sign a waiver. Wouldn't be no Superman Lois Lane here. Everybody gets a try.
All right,
that's all I got. I'm always ready, Brian. You didn't do your 1, 2, 3.
I didn't. I just caught you off guard.
No flight for you.